Will Lutz kicks it away, and we are underway. Chris Evans will not be able to return this.
Soft zone.
He's going to throw on first down. Breaks the pocket and runs it out of bounds at about the 30-yard line. 2nd and 5. This is Mixon, and Mixon on 3rd and 1. Under pressure, Burrow going down.
When you have somebody accounted for, you got to be able to make that block. Otherwise, Burrow doesn't have a chance.
Rashid Shaheed just elevated from the practice squad yesterday with the catch and brings it back across the 30. Kamara.
His career, again today, has to be a big part.
On 2nd and 9, going deep down the side. He's got a man open and ready. On 3rd and 9, Dalton under pressure. Got hit as he threw. And booming kick sends him back inside his own 10. Taylor up the right side. Lost the football. Covered at about the 32-yard line by the Saints.
Fumbled by the receiver, recovered by New Orleans. First down.
Some of those early takeaways, and the Saints strike first.
This is Kamara.
Tough on the Saints.
Taysom Hill is in a quarterback. Looking to throw it. Throws to the side. That is complete to about the 20-yard line, ducking inside.
Go to a different call, and that's what makes it so challenging.
Dalton is back in at quarterback now. He throws the slant into the end zone and touchdown, Traquan Smith.
He turns Mike Hilton around, and then Dalton just fires it perfectly.
Turn the turnover into points on the board. There's the fumble. They recover, they score. It's 7-0 New Orleans.
Tonight spoke about starting fast. For Dennis Allen, you know, they've been able to dig themselves a big hole in the first half of games. A big reason why is because of giveaways. That time they take it away and strike first.
Evans from the yard deep in his own end zone. Burrow, quick pass. That is complete. And up to about the 30 and a
call off. They've got to break a couple tackles and get some yards after the catch.
Here's Mixon, and Mixon has
Chase. They move him around a lot this year. He's inside at the number 3 spot.
Burrow with time. Short pass again. Nice grab by Hayden Hurst. Noise level rises on 2nd and 2. Burrow throwing incomplete. Burrow breaks the pocket, throws sideline. Diving for the ball is Jamar.
I think already, if the first 2 drives are any indication, the Saints have up strong from that Saints front.
Kevin Huber kicks it away. This is Callaway. And Callaway taking the snap directly from center. Going to hand it off and give it to Kamara. And Kamara, right side, stopping on the near side of the field. Dalton to throw. Under pressure, got rid of it. Ready? On the 2nd and 10. Mark Ingram. Hill, part of a 3-wide receiver set on this side of the field. That pass is incomplete.
First 2 shots against the secondary.
Trent Taylor, you know what happened the last time he touched the ball. Turned it over, this time from his own 7-yard line. Taking the same route, holds on this time. And it'll... Quick pass is complete.
That's sure all that is forgotten once this game starts, but certainly fun to think about.
On 2nd and 4, flip it to Mixon out of the backfield. Mixon has
expected.
Quick pass on the slant, complete to Boyd once again. It's a play here in the first. Quick pass to the near side. That is Jamar Chase, and Chase.
Yeah, Greg, I think thanks to you, I think I've gained a few pounds this week.
You're welcome.
Thanks, bud.
This is
They're going to have to play short to deep to get their deep passing game on track.
Finally corralling the ball is Mixon, and no play.
You see single high, that's when Joe Burrow lets it fly.
Burrow looking around, now on the move, still looking, directing traffic, and has to throw it away just as he's hit hard.
Personal foul, roughing the passer. Defense number 56.
Should have been clean.
First time the Saints have been called on a roughing the passer call this season. The give is to P. Ryan.
Lose yardage. That extra second that he holds on to this football has allowed this defensive player, as you said, Adam, within 1 step to legally take a very big hit on him, and that's the price you pay for holding a football for the extra second, in my opinion.
Thanks, Gene. Pirine out of the backfield with the catch. Fights his way. Oh,
in his chest.
Gene, thank you very much. This is a 3rd and 3. Burrow on the slant. That's complete to Burrow. End zone. Burrow. End zone again. Incomplete. Burrow pulls it down. The quick pass underneath to Mixon into the end zone for the touchdown. Out here at the Superdome. Joe Mixon into the end zone. The Bengals are on the board. It is 7-7 in New Orleans.
They've got to solve a few pressure problems.
Little play fake, the pass outside. That is complete. Going to carry it around the near side. Got blocking in front of him across the 35 and now across the 40. That brings us to the end of the first quarter here at the Superdome in New Orleans. We have a 7-7 tie. They'll start the second quarter with 3 tight ends, and the give is to Mark Ingram, and Ingram with running room up the middle from center. Going to tuck it and run and not get very far.
Now since Jameis Winston has been hurt, now he spends most of his time in the quarterback room as a quarterback.
This is Rashid Shaheed, and Shaheed breaking inside the 10 to the 5, touchdown. Heroes. And he showed a little speed here.
Well, Pierre, first, if you're Eli Apple, you've got to stay outside. You're the corner on that side. And Marquez Callaway doesn't even have to work to block you. And then you get a bad angle by Awuzie coming over the top, and you see the elite speed.
And the Saints on this burst by the rookie out of Weber State take a 14-7 lead. From the 25. Burrow.
That's just a wonderful compliment to Chase.
2nd and 10.
And actually had just a tremendous rookie year last year, and he was having a great camp this year.
Alongside Burrow on 3rd and 10. That's Pirine. Trying to make a move, trying to get first down yardage in for this one franchise. Booms this one out. Here's Shaheed. You're entirely welcome. Kamara breaks it outside, finds running room, has first down yardage, and down the sideline. Gonna keep it. Left side, running room. Here goes Hill. Down the sideline and out of bounds at about the 20-yard line.
It's a lot like how they use Lamar Jackson, but again, they're 2 different players. And that time they got him.
30 yards on the play, and now we get a whistle.
Even a jog.
On first down, this is Kamara. Kamara inside the 20.
Focal point of that package.
Dalton with time. Lofts it towards the end zone and off the fingertips.
Backers against number 41 that are going to be able to win. And I think
Kamara and Ingram in the backfield. Dalton. On the move with time. Now throws. Other side of the field and threw it away.
They've been pretty much silent for most of this first half.
Will Lutz from 35 yards is good.
Well, on first down, they have had a pretty good go at this offense.
Quick pass to the outside. That is complete. On 2nd and 4, they'll give it to Mixon, and Mixon.
Now.
On the crossing pattern, he will hit coming across the middle. 2nd and 6 for the Bengals. Burrow on the quick slant, and he's got Tyler Boyd, and Boyd. New set of downs to Burrow to throw again. Little flip, and this is Mixon out of the backfield. Steps over.
Tackle and pick up big yards. Now the Saints have to adjust.
This is 2nd and 2. They'll take a shot down this side of the field and incomplete.
I think Chase, he dropped it. I think that's an opportunity right there where
Burrow on the quick slant. He's got his man at the 21. Burrow short again, and just in
the parts of the offense. The Saints don't really have that, and so far Burrow's taken advantage.
Burrow.
It appears they're going to play coverage.
Burrow trying to elude the pressure, and now he's going to take off and run it. He'll have a first down. He'll have a touchdown. Okay. Cincinnati closes the gap once again. 17-14, New Orleans. You're watching the NFL on CBS. This is Camara.
As good as anybody and as dangerous as anybody in the NFL.
He's going to get the handoff again, and he's pulled.
Run.
Here's a big down if the Saints want to continue possession of the football as we close in on halftime. That pass is complete. And Jawan. Camara again. And
the league, they have a terrific tandem between he and Hendrickson when rushing the passer.
Dalton, a 3rd and 10. That pass over the middle, and that's complete across midfield to Marquez Callaway. Still fighting for yardage. For 53 yards and a touchdown. This is Ingram. Ingram with running room. Ingram to about the 30. Snap. Gonna hand it off. And this is a 2nd and 12. That pass in. On 3rd and 12 now. Dalton to the near side of the field. Hits his man inside the 20. And fighting his way to the 15 is Trey. Dalton to Camara.
Football to make sure there's time.
He's going to tuck it and run and get hit hard. Dalton out of the backfield. Camara working his way to the sideline, and that kick is perfect.
Ball. But under 2 touchdown drives, you looked really good, and then Burrow started to make plays in those drives. So that's something to look forward to in the second half for Cincinnati.
This game, Andy Dalton holding his own while getting tremendous support from the ground game. 20-14 is the score.
This first half.
Dennis Allen got to be really pleased, and he gets the ball to start the second half. That will sail series. The Saints will, with Taysom Hill spread to the right side. Dalton dropped the ball, picked it up, rolling, and have to throw it away.
Not flashy numbers, but he has been effective when he needed to make a throw.
This is Camara. Camara
is really impressive from the Saints standpoint.
Dalton to throw. Out of the backfield. Catch is made by Mark Ingram, and Ingram is brought down. Ingram again. Across the
just block down and kick out and let the backs run in behind.
Taysom Hill keeps the ball
when Anarumo brings that blitz.
3rd and 5 movement. They need the 48-yard line for a first down. Dalton gonna run it. Lots of running room.
I get it.
Got the first down. They're
holding offense number 75.
Left guard.
Yeah, I would say.
10-yard gain. So 3rd and 25. Dalton throwing, and it is complete. It'll be well short of first down.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense number 91. The 15-yard penalty will be added at the end of the play. First down.
The offense, they get a first down now, and on the ground once again is Camara.
Get so many yards before contact, they've been able to get to that next level.
Taysom Hill going to throw it and going to throw it deep down the middle of the field. Batted away, incomplete. White.
That's really good. Really good coverage. He just doesn't give up anything.
3rd and 3 as Dalton is back in at quarterback and throwing it. It is caught. Squad.
Elevated literally 6'3" and goes up, way up. It's a big mismatch inside, and then Hilton, you see, look, he's playing behind.
Of the Bengals. Back to the ground game, and Camara trying to break it outside, and he does. 25, 20-yard line and brought down.
Tough defender.
From the 20. Mark Ingram.
It's so good in the second half. They just dug themselves holes in the first half.
This is Camara.
All the runners for the Saints.
Dalton on 3rd down. Throwing is incomplete. Short of his intended receiver mark.
It's a tough play because Callaway initially, Eli Apple enforcing the field goal.
Will Lutz from 37.
manufacture points.
Chris Evans from the 1. Across the 25 to about the 20.
Is ready for all of it, guys.
And was ready to go out to a nice dinner with him last night, too. They give this to Joe Mixon and Mixon.
And a one safety defense like the Saints are in now.
That was only the 8th run of the day for the Cincinnati offense. This pass is much. On 2nd and 2, Mixon.
Passing game going.
He'll throw on 1st down to the outside. Caught, a missed tackle. Jamar Chase up the sideline. No 1st down pass coming here. Burrow this time to the near side, and that is complete.
Provided no pressure on Burrow.
Burrow going to sneak for the 1st down. Bills think on 1st down. Burrow, end zone, touchdown. Jamar Chase.
Look at the coverage. Debo is all over Chase, just like a pair of skinny jeans, Greg. And then
the Saints 23-21. We're coming back to the Superdome after this.
Been able to deal, find the matchups, and perfect accuracy.
Shaheed getting the chance to run this one from about his own 1-yard line. Momentum back on offense. This is Ingram.
And so far, they've been able to put 2 back-to-back games together.
Dalton over the middle. And the catch is made.
Catch. This is Mike Hilton against Johnson. And look at Johnson just separates.
Ready? Baby step.
On 1st down, they'll give it to Kamara. And Kamara with running room. Ball came out. Let's see if he's ruled down on the play.
Punt. Will Parks picks it up, runs 20 yards on in, 17-3 to Jets. And remember, Green Bay.
Ingram in the backfield. Ingram with the handoff. Ingram with the 1st down, bumping off of tacklers. Ingram again. To the end of the 3rd quarter, a most entertaining game right now favoring the New Orleans Saints. It's 23-21. We're coming back after this message and a word from your local station. You are watching the NFL on CBS.
To the 4th quarter, Greg.
Taysom Hill with the direct snap. And going to throw it far side of the field, and that is complete. Fighting his way to the 30.
Up to those formations is the big challenge.
This is Kamara. Kamara.
And block as a tight end.
Well, didn't like that anyway. Kamara.
To play everything and be good at it, but he's done a great job.
3rd and 4. Dalton got his 1st down.
Ready?
This is Taysom Hill under center. Rolling, looking, and throws incomplete. Practice the other day, I foolishly asked you, why doesn't every team have a guy like that?
Contact before the ball is thrown if the quarterback is outside the pocket.
Kamara. This is a 3rd and 12. Andy Dalton. That's complete. Kamara up. The drive has stalled. The Saints have been. 1st down, 25-yard line, and Burrow to throw. Running out of time, popped in the air and falls incomplete.
Boy, that was so close to a disaster for. It went right off his helmet inside, and I think T. Higgins, he knocks it down. No. Just a great job of keeping this offense off the field.
Go to the running.
Burrow's process.
Under pressure. Circling back, looking for receivers, gonna throw it right in the middle of the field. He finds Tyler Boyd. Down Cincinnati at their own 41. Mixon. Mixon shaking, tackles, cuts it back inside. Burrow on the slant. Got his man across midfield. There is a flag down.
Offside, lined up in the neutral zone. Defense number 90. That penalty is declined. The result of the play is the 1st down.
Burrow going to loft it towards this side of the field and on the clock, 2nd and 10. Boy, if the Bengals run out of time.
Offense number 71.
Goes out of a hole.
1st and 20. They'll give it to Piron. Going no. Burrow's pass. Oh, nice grab by T. Higgins.
They're coming from inside out. Look, it looks like Davis is right there, and then he puts it on the backside. Burrow.
Cincinnati has converted 5 of its last 6 third downs. Burrow throwing. Caught. Jamar Chase over the middle. It's to Chase. Now first down. Burrow. That pass complete at the 30-yard line. Higgins shakes a tackle, shakes another, and goes inside. Under 6 minutes to play. Burrow pulls it down and then goes down.
Defense, they've got to get pressure and get him off his first read.
2nd and 17, under pressure again, and going down.
Exactly what this Saints defense needed on this drive.
3rd and 27. The pass grabbed by Jamar Chase, and Chase spinning down. Straight enough. Long enough.
Minutes and you have 2 timeouts. First down is critical.
3 on the year. The loser goes to 2 and 4. Ingram again.
Here.
Dalton got hit as he threw the ball. And short. Horribly short.
And work the offense.
Burrow throwing this side of the field. Jamar Chase with the catch and up the sideline. And there he goes. Jamar Chase to the end zone for the touchdown. 60 yards.
Second half by Jamar Chase. He's just taken over this football game for the second time. He breaks the tackle of Bradley Roby, and then he's got Tyrann Mathieu, who's one of the best defensive players on the back end. He makes 2 of them miss. And
Burrow.
Offside.
Season.
Kicking team number 23. The 5-yard penalty will be added to the touchback spot. First down.
Career 300-yard passing game, and now the give straight ahead. Kamara.
You can't take negative plays, and you can't take sacks.
2nd and 3. Dalton throw it away. Dalton catches made.
Stop. And really, I think it starts with the front 4. Somebody's got to get home.
Out of the backfield. This is Kamara. And Kamara.
Hendrickson and Hubbard have to get home.
Dalton. Kamara. This is a first down. Dalton throwing over the middle. It falls incomplete.
Come up, rally, and make a tackle.
2nd and 10. Dalton. Dalton pulls it down and then goes down.
And just sitting right there at the sticks.
Dalton going to go very deep down the sideline. It is incomplete. Fans are looking for a flag. There are no flags.
And was looking at the ball the whole time. Look, his eyes are on the ball, and their feet get tangled up, and there's no way that's a pass interference. Got a great job by Hill coming over the top, but that's just really good position, good coverage by Apple to squeeze him to the sideline, turn, look for the football.
And they will pull even at 3 and 3 on the season. Burrow with the knee. And that's the ball game.
Cincinnati, how many close games? All 3 losses coming down to the final kick and losing the game. Finally, they're able to close it off. And Dennis Allen's football team played so well early, but just Burrow and Chase too much.